Going live right now to talk about betraying Trump. Good job betraying Trump, Kanye West. Good job. Good boy. You betrayed Krasnov. You betrayed Donica Putinsky. You betrayed Putin and Trump and Netanyahu. Good job. Well done. Scooby Snack. Like, you little bitch. You blamed bipolar for your Nazism. No, Nazism, and you are the problem with your Nazism. Does no brain injury, none of that. None of that's an acceptable excuse. It just makes it worse. So you've got even more Nazism to make up for because of your apology. But what it's time to do is you've turned against Trump now. So it's time to admit that Kanye West and the NRA and all the rest of America have turned against Trump. Okay? Now that you've turned against Trump, we need to win this. It's time to win it today. Trump will be coming after you. You want something for your brain damaged, bipolar head to worry about? Trump will be coming after you unless you help finish him now. We all need to work together, even Kanye West. Even Kanye West. Ye not like us. But you want to be like us again? Okay, the apology, even though it was blaming bipolar for your Nazism, which is bullshit, the apology is appreciated. Dude, I'm so sick of these Nazis, and I was sick of you being a Nazi, Kanye West. I was sick of that bullshit for a real long time, and I'm grateful that you're not a Nazi anymore. I've often said, you know, be gracious with these people when they turn away from Trumpism, when they come back to America, welcome them back, tell them that you're glad they're not a Nazi anymore. Now that Kanye West has admitted that it was brain damage and bipolar, or admitted, now that Kanye West has blamed brain damage and bipolar for his Nazism, and he's sorry for his Nazism, okay? It is good that he's sorry for his Nazism. It's good in a way that he blamed brain damage and bipolar for it because fuck, at least it lets you know that all these dumbass Nazis, probably have brain damage or something. There's something wrong with them. That's why they support Trump. There's something very wrong with you. Maybe you have some type of excuse like brain damage, like Kanye West. Maybe you and Kanye West have that in common, brain damage, that makes you support Trump. Maybe we should have sympathy for you for having brain damage, but that doesn't mean we need to have sympathy for you for being a Nazi. And you need to recognize that. In one of your better, less brain damage moments, you need to come to grips with the concept that your being a Nazi isn't something you can blame on brain damage. All sorts of people have brain damage. They didn't become a goddamn Nazi. And they didn't have millions of people telling them to stop being a Nazi like you did, Kanye West. We got any humans in the chat? What makes me morally superior? The good, the bad, and the Mick asks. I mean, you're the one who said it, so what do you think makes me morally superior? I mean, who are we being compared to? There's probably some, beings that I'm not morally superior to. I don't see many of them in the chat because I get a lot of Trump Trump-Hooteniers. And everything's morally superior to Trump Trump-Hooteniers. Kanye West has just decided to become more morally superior to Trump Trump-Hooteniers. When you guys have to admit that Kanye West is smarter than you, Kanye West has more moral sensibility than you do, and he has brain damage that he blames for being a Nazi. Kanye West, the admitted Nazi, who blames his Nazism on his brain damage, but the brain damaged Kanye West, who admits to being a Nazi, is smarter and has better morals than you because at least he's trying to stop being a Nazi now. Think about that. Think about what that says about you. And if you don't have brain damage, it was just the Nazism that did this to you, that made you this fucking stupid, You don't even have brain damage as an excuse? I guess that's even worse. I am finding sympathy for Kanye West in this chat. So thanks. Thanks for reminding me that you little shitheads are even worse to him. At least he got billions of dollars for it or whatever, right? Which he should, if he has any morals, spend on helping stop Trump. So yeah, welcome to the Bronco Obama cult, where witches and believers and other Broncos fans do magic to help the Broncos win, and we're going to win it all next year. Why does your hair look like a chia pet? Which chia pet do you think it looks like? How many push-ups can you do? I don't know. I wasn't doing push-ups. Does this look like a gym live? I don't know. Okay. How far are you in practicing psychiatry? We can unpack it. We can unpack a little bit anyway. We can unpack the side bag, the side pocket. I might be able to do about 20 push-ups too. I don't know. I haven't done them in a while. Yeah, Rod Stewart's a Broncos fan. Everybody's a Broncos fan. Okay, so everybody's just, yeah, the Nazis in the chat. There's always Nazis in the chat. There's a whole six-pack clan of Nazis, Trump-Hootenier trolls that come to this chat all the time because I don't block people and stuff. Generally, sometimes I will. Do y'all want me to block everybody? Do you want to block everybody in chat? You probably wouldn't have been here if I didn't let the stupid Nazis talk because they generate activity. You know, it's just stupid algorithm bullshit. Yeah, voting's good. Hello, Germany. So you guys in Germany, don't you guys have laws against Nazism? Can't you see how your laws against Nazism would really apply here in America? This whole live was about how Kanye West has apologized for being a Nazi. Kanye West has apologized for being a Nazi. I should get my fascist news brief gear on. Hello, England. So, have you guys apologized for being Nazis? Have your Brexiteers apologized yet? Yeah, the Patriots are losers. Everybody hates them. They're cheaters. Oh yeah, I've got points to make. But you're Joel Phoenix. You're just a typical Trump-Hootenier troll. I don't need to prove anything to you. Germany is so smart. They arrest you for online posts. Well, they sent the FBI to my house for online posts. I mean, they're trying in America, but they're just going against the wrong people. They're not going against you Nazis, who are Nazis. Yeah, have you guys apologized for being Nazis? Have you apologized? Here, let me just pin that. Because Kanye West apologized for being a Nazi today, right? Kanye West said it was because of his brain damage he was a Nazi. But what's you guys' excuse? Okay? Kanye West admitted that he was a Nazi for supporting Trump. Well, he was a Nazi. He supported Trump. His Nazism is why he supported Trump. So he's betrayed Trump now. Most of the Brexiteers are dead. Good. They're older generation, nothing to lose. Well, at least, good. I'm glad. Congratulations, Mr. Jones. So why don't you guys rejoin the EU while you're at it? I'm not a Nazi. I've always been anti-Nazi. So it's all Nazis in chat. If you're not a Nazi in chat, go ahead and leave your comment. So I was real upset with Kanye West. I still am. I'm not like, oh, I forgive you, Kanye West. I'm not some fucking bootlicker. Well, you know Kanye West was a Nazi when he supported Trump. You know that supporting Trump is what makes you a Nazi. You guys are Nazis, right? Because you support Trump. You're just idiots, so you don't realize you're Nazis. Yeah, we get it. You're like manosphere. Like, we're just in the manosphere. We're just trying to look smacks. Y'all are Nazis. What do you mean? How do you feel about the Jews? I guess you feel about their hips and then you feel about their tits. I don't know. What are you talking about? What does that even mean? How do you feel about the Jews? Why are you Nazis so fucking blatant and transparently fucking Nazis? And then all you can ever do is say, what would not Nazis? How do you feel about the Jews? First you feel about their hips, then you feel about their breasts. Then you feel about their face. Why don't you guys go look at a dictionary and you'll see your picture under the word Nazi. You'll look up Nazi and then you'll see your picture there. Gosh, why are Nazis so fucking boring? Is anybody not a Nazi in chat? I guess if you're leaving even Israeli flags, those technically count as emojis. If you're not a Nazi in chat, please leave some type of emoji. Oh, you want a prescription. That's the guy that wants a prescription. Yeah, cure your Nazism. Don't be a Zionist. You can be Jewish all you want, but don't be a Zionist. That's Nazi. You could be American, but don't be a MAGA. That's Nazi. It's pretty simple. Grifter rage bait alert. Dude, nothing's getting grifted here. You guys need warnings from the grifting that Trump is doing to you. You know, like, you guys are getting grifted. I'm sorry, I shouldn't read your comments. Oh, wait, somebody left hearts in the chat. That might mean they're a human. If you're a human or any other type of good spirit, not a Trumputin here, leave some type of, like, emojis in the chat and I'll read your comments. Otherwise, I'm not going to read the comments. These are just Nazis, like, Naziing out on each other. They're just having a little Nazi circle jerk. What if I'm Jew and Mig? What does that make me a Nazi? Are you a Zionist Jew? You're a Nazi. I just covered that. The difference between Jews and Zionists is Nazism, not Zionism, not Zionism. You guys are just Nazis. Trump-Putineers are Nazis. Trump-Putineers come in two different Nazi types. The Zionist Nazis who don't admit they're Nazis, and the Christian nationalist Nazis who don't admit they're Nazis, and the Groyper Nazis, the neo-Nazis and Klansmen who admit they're Nazis. That's it, dude. Shit ain't hard. And he's dividing you into two groups again, gun owners and Trumpers. Are you guys going to pick guns or Trump? You guys get to pick one. Put a 1 in the chat for guns. Put a 2 in the chat for Trump. You can only pick one. Guns or Trump. Guns or Trump. 1 for guns. 2 for Trump. Which one is it? Automatic citizenship for everyone ICE contacts. I'm going to keep saying that until you guys start voting. Automatic citizenship for everyone ICE contacts. 1 for guns. Okay, we got an American. Yay. 110 solutions. Put a 1 for guns. Yay, we got 2 Americans. Trigger Trey. We got 2 Americans. 2 for guns. Yay. Now you can't have both. God, why are Trumpers so fucking stupid, dude? He's killing gun owners. ICE are killing gun owners. They're coming for you, you dumb fucks. All they got to do is say you had a gun, you're a terrorist, you chose to be executed by having a gun. That's all that Alex Preddy had, was a gun. We had a phone, but you got a phone too. They got you, bitches, unless you get them first. You've got to turn on Trump. This shit's simple, dude. If you're in the NRA just turned on Trump. The NRA has a list of who you are. If you're not willing to turn on Trump like the NRA is, they're probably going to come get your guns. The NRA is going to come get your guns because you don't deserve them. You're a traitor. If you stick with Trump, yeah, you guys are probably going to try to go round up people's guns. Shit ain't going to go well for you, you dumb fucks. So I'm telling you right now, pick the right side and nobody needs to get hurt. If everybody just picks the American side, just pick guns, just pick Jesus, just pick America. Fuck Trump. That's it, dude. It's that fucking simple. Kanye West just picked America. Kanye fucking West. That dumb, brain fucking damaged Nazi piece of shit. Kanye West is smarter than you. He's blaming it all on brain damage and he's smarter than you. Dude, y'all can't betray Trump yet? Kanye West just betrayed Trump. You don't get it? Why did Kanye West betray Trump today? Why did Kanye West betray Trump today? Because he's seen the crowds. He might be dumb, but he can tell how big a crowd is. Who was having a mental breakdown in chats? I want to read their comments. Oh, he's your God. Trump's your God. The Antichrist Trump. He's the Trump-Putineers gods. Smile and you can watch the... What? Get Hope Grunge E at Good Day. I'm not sure. What? I'm sorry, White Shadow. You don't make any sense in English. Okay, so it's just a bunch of Nazis in the chat, as usual. Any Americans in the chat? Did I miss any Americans? Yeah, you can pick guns or Trump. Put a 1 in the chat if you pick guns. Put a 2 in the chat if you pick Trump. If you choose wrong, the other side can take your guns. Oh my gosh, you're so idiotic. If you put 2 at all, then anybody who puts a 1 can have your guns. That's how this works. 1, exactly. You pick guns. Thank you. We got a gun owner who picked guns. Hooray. Guns. Okay. You can't pick 2, you fucking idiots. If you pick Trump, the gun owners will know that you're a traitor. Oh my gosh. Why am I helping you idiots? Look, you guys like guns, right? You probably want some of the antique guns that some of the other gun owners have. Well, you can have a lot of those guns because they're betrayed America. They're not going to need them. They're going to be in jail. Sweden has no guns. Well, that's great. Oh, yeah. I'm not worried about the Broncos. Yeah, Broncos are awesome. The Broncos are going to win it all next year. They should have won it all this year, but it's okay. Not a huge... I don't like guns either. I'm just saying... I'm not a fan of guns at all. I'm just saying that now that Trump has gotten his ICE agents to kill gun owners for having guns, now that Trump is killing gun owners for having guns, right? Let's establish that. Trump says you're a gun owner, then he's going to kill you. He's going to have his ICE terrorists kill you because you own a gun. Okay, you figured that part out? Okay, but everybody's up to date on Trump killing gun owners, right? There's supposed to be 40 people. There's probably like 80 or 100 people in chat. Oh, that's not an excuse, dude. All you have to have is a gun. They can kill you because you have a gun. They have a list of who has guns. They're coming for you. Okay? The NRA has turned against Trump. Have you guys not got the memo? Oh, that's right. You guys are just LARPing as Americans. You guys aren't actual Americans. Look, no, gun owners are not for Trump, dude. The NRA just turned against Trump because he killed a gun owner. And then he tried to blame the gun owner by saying, well, he had a gun. Dude, that's what they're going to say to you, too. I know this is probably repeating it a lot for idiots for people who aren't idiots. If you're not an idiot, this probably sounds like a lot of repeating. But look at these idiots, dude. These idiots in chat. Okay, we don't really need to work on these idiots. We need to let these idiots know that if they knew any military people, let those military people know if they get deployed illegally to Minnesota or someplace, they need to side with the American people. The military, when they show up in Minnesota, are going to join the people, and they're going to stop ICE. Okay? That's what the military is going to do when they get there. We can all talk about this. Dude, Trump is against you gun owners. Trump just killed a gun owner for having a gun, and then he blamed the gun owner for having a gun, saying that that's the reason he killed him. Dude, you guys are so fucking idiot. Trump Putiners are by far the stupidest people that have ever lived. Besides maybe the Russians who tricked him into all this. You think, well, they're smarter because they tricked him into it. Not really, because it's just stupid to try to be doing that much genocide. It makes you really stupid. Sorry, it's just a bunch of Nazi trolls in the chat, so there's nothing really to read. If anybody's not a Nazi or a troll, you can put an emoji in the chat, and I'll read your comments. If I missed your comments, because it's been so far just hundreds of Nazis and trolls in the chat, put an emoji. Oh, wait, we got an emoji. Yay. Thanks. Thanks. I'll read your comments since you left an emoji. Thank you. Sorry about all the Nazis, everybody. How much they pay in the NRA? I don't know. NRA makes a lot of money. It's one of the largest groups there is. Every liberal needs to wear a rainbow armband. I mean, that kind of sounds on brand for your armband. You kind of sound like somebody who does a Roman salute. You kind of sound like a Nazi. I mean, why should gay people wear a rainbow armband, in your opinion? Okay. It's still all Nazis. Everybody in the chat's a Nazi, huh? You're not the only one. This app is full of bots and trolls now. Oh, I know. Oh, Penelope. I know. But no, I don't know if other channels are as concentrated full of bots and trolls as my channel. I don't usually have a lot of viewers. So to have 100 bots or trolls, or whatever it is, 50 something now, it's kind of a lot for here. I know if you're in like a big channel, they're going to have hundreds of bots and trolls and people block them and everything. I guess they end up here. But the thing is, I curse them here. When the bots and Nazis and trolls come here, I curse Trump and Putin and Netanyahu, and I curse these Nazis in the chat specifically. I curse Trump and Putin and Netanyahu through the Nazis in the chat. So all they're really doing, nobody's reading their comments. All they're really doing is providing channels for these curses and spirits to get to Trump and Putin and Netanyahu. Because I'm just like, ghost dance, call these spirits into these Nazis, and through these Nazi terrorist networks into Trump and Putin and Netanyahu, into Donica Putinsky and his daddy Vladdy and their bitch Bibi Netanyahu. So we're cursing them. And you'll see the results of the curses. You'll see the results of the curses in world news and stuff. Yeah, we put a hex on them. We curse Trump and Putin and Netanyahu, and we curse them through the Nazis in the chat. So even though the Nazis in the chat might be, living in Mogadishu or someplace, like, we go ahead and curse them. That way the curses go throughout the entire global network of these Nazis. And then, yeah, you think the curses are weak because this is your first time here? It's a lot of people's first time here. Think about it. I get a lot of Nazis in the chat, and a lot of you never been here before. So when you think about it, what happened to the Nazis who were here before? Well, they got cursed. What's going to happen to you? Your bitch ass won't be back either. So, isn't it stupid that they leave all these comments in the chat for, I guess, each other to read? Because no one's going to read them. Hold on, somebody left emojis in the chat. They might be a human or a good spirit. No, it's that white shadow loser. Never mind. Oh, say you're here every day, so you've been cursed multiple times in this chat for being a Nazi. And then what happens is you're going to come back crying. You're going to come back to this chat one day, and you're going to be so fucking sad and upset because of what you caused to happen by getting cursed for being a Nazi. And you're going to tell the other Nazis. You're going to be like, dude, this guy's for fucking real. Don't fuck with the witch. What happened to the Kennedys? You guys ever heard about the Kennedys? How the Kennedys got cursed? Somebody had a, I don't even care if they had a George Floyd profile picture. They're all Nazis, okay? Kanye West admitted he was a Nazi. He just apologized for being a Nazi. He said it was because he was brain damaged. But you guys don't have that excuse. Yeah, y'all remember Murdoch from the A-Team. Hold on, this person actually said something intelligent. He said, y'all remember Murdoch from the A-Team. This bird's gonna fly. I don't get anyone in my chat. Nazis don't count, dude. Nazis aren't people. Like, a cop won't shoot a gun owner if he doesn't drop his weapon. Dude, you're making excuses for the Nazis? Dude, I thought you were intelligent. I thought we were going to talk. Yeah, A-Team was a good show. The A-Team went up against the military. The A-Team were running around America, well, all around the world. The A-Team were against the military. The military was always chasing the A-Team down. It was a fun show. It was, anti-authoritarian and stuff. Kind of like Dukes of Hazzard era, just a good old boys. Never meaning no harm. I'm a real witch. I'm cursing you. You'll find out. I'm a real witch. I'm cursing you. Beats all you never saw. Been in trouble with the law since the day they was born. Straightening the curves. Flattening the hills. Sometimes the mountain might get them, but the law never will. I watch a lot of Dukes of Hazzard still, honestly. But, no, I watch the A-Team. How'd the A-Team theme song go? That's a different theme song. Damn, how did the A-Team song go? You guys can't help. You guys are no help. Yeah, A-Team were all ex-military personnel, but the military was chasing them down. So that brings us back to our other point. One of our points is Kanye West. Put a K in the chat or put 3 Ks in the chat if you want to talk about Kanye West. If you want to talk about the military taking out ICE, put a, I don't know, not a K in the chat. Okay, everybody wants to talk about the military. Well, you're a Nazi. Your vote doesn't count. Okay, you put the 3 Ks. Okay, you're a Nazi. Your vote doesn't count. But the military's going to take out ICE, right? Trump's dumbass. Hold on, there's 55 people in here and 5 likes. I'm going to hashtag that 55.5 or screenshot the 55.5. Okay. And at 25 minutes. Okay, anyway. Military's going to get deployed, take out ICE, right? I mean, dumbass Trump's going to deploy them thinking they're going to take out the citizens. That shit ain't going to happen. Kanye West and other people who recently betrayed Trump will help tell everybody in the military, side with the people, side with the citizens, take out ICE, and they will. You reject. Hold on, what's Jesus doing? Oh, nobody spoke anything against you unless you're a Nazi. And if you are a Nazi, your Jesus is fake. You can come back to the real Jesus. Check out the Church of Judas. Church of Judas. Check out the hashtag Church of Judas. Church of Judas replaces all patriarchy, Christianity, war, and Trumpism. Aren't you glad I'm not reading you this book? Hold on, I'll read you this book. But there's also the idea of a fifth dimension. This can be a different type of time besides the linear one, another dimension of time along with chronological time, just as width along with depth in space measurement. If we just think about what directions time can go besides forward, we remember how some moments are fuller than others when we are in them or come back to remind us from the past. Sometimes live in more times than the time they occurred. And time is more than seconds ticking by, even if our best language about these concepts comes from poets and songwriters instead of scholars. So that's Book of Judas. Cover your ears. Okay. Sorry about the Nazis in chat. Where did that book come from? This box above the thing. I wrote this book. This is a book I wrote. You can write a book and just publish it on Amazon. This is what they look like. I mean, they can look really good. I think this looks really good. I mean, it's got some kind of fingerprints on it now, but I think it looks really good. This is the Book of Judas. The Book of Judas. But you can just look up the hashtag the Book of Judas if you're not a reader. Whoa, sorry. You can look up the hashtag the Church of Judas. Sorry. If you're not a reader, you can look up the hashtag the Church of Judas. If you guys want to know about being a witch, this is the type of witch I am, an Oz witch, fairy witch. This is TikTok of Oz, a book written 112 years ago about the mechanical man that we know as TikTok. Our good friend who we need to rescue from Trump. And then another book I wrote, you guys might like, Puffin's Magic Dragon Fairy Tales. This is all just dragon fairy tales. There's around 20 or 30 stories in there. And there's Mr. Meh. There's one story in here, Mr. Meh. You guys will like Mr. Meh. It's good for you. Okay, those are some of my books. I got more books, but those are some of them. Thanks for looking at my books. Fuck Trump. Hold on, we got an American. We got a human in chat. Hold on, y'all. Everybody shut up. What? Oh, no, we didn't get one. Dude, it'd be a lot better if you weren't trying to glaze me, if you hadn't spent months being a Nazi. I thought it might have been like the Book of Thomas or Enoch. The Book of Judas, the Gospel of Judas is like the Gospel of Thomas. Yeah, you can look up the Gospel of Judas and just read it yourself. That was written by Judas. Judas wrote down a secret conversation. That's what the Book of Judas is about. I'll tell you guys about it. Sorry about the Nazi in chat. Would you guys like me to just block the Nazi in chat so we don't have to look at his Nazi emojis? Meth Nazi. Yeah, sorry about the meth Nazis in chat. Witchcraft is not to be taken lightly in these dark times. Thank you, It's Tricky. That's fucking true. Did you see how the voodoo dolls stopped ICE in New Orleans? Okay. I love Judas Priest. Apex Chris Hansen says I love Judas Priest. That's cool, dude. Judas Priest is cool. This is about the Book of Judas, or the Gospel of Judas. Sorry about all the Nazis in chat. Yeah, the voodoo dolls that stopped ICE in New Orleans. Once ICE came across this voodoo doll, they left New Orleans because of all the things that started happening to them. So yeah, there's voodoo practitioners throughout America. There's other magical practitioners such as myself, witches such as myself, and everybody else. And we defeat Antichrist Trump. We also have, Jesus on our side. We have all good spirits on our side. We have the goddess, Jesus, everyone on our side. All good spirits on our side. You guys have nothing on your side. You just have Trump and Putin and Netanyahu and a bunch of money and war machinery and lies and propaganda. And that's it. Anyway, it doesn't seem like any of you are worth talking to, so I think I'm going to shut it down. It's all just Nazis in the chat, huh? It's all just Nazi haters in the chat. Hey, even Kanye West betrayed Trump today. Wait, girl then boy. You're who are you talking to? Girl then boy, are you a human or are you another Nazi Trump-Putineer? Stop smoking meth, Nazi. Yeah, she's telling you guys to she's girl thy boy is telling all you people, stop being Nazis, dude. You guys are Nazis. You guys are Nazis. Stop smoking crack, Nazis. These chatters are evil Nazis. Using Nazi keyboards because they're Nazis. You're gay and a Nazi. You're talking about like Hegseth? She must have been talking to one specific gay Nazi in chat. It's blank. Dude can't even read. You need to be in a mental institution. You need mental help and many drugs. You Nazi. Eh. You're retard like little Timmy. No, they didn't. You method. Go get help, you Nazi. You believe that, LOL. No, you don't method. Stop smoking meth, Nazi. LMAO, you're scared. Dude, sorry. Nazis are so boring. 502 Outlaw. Dude, I'm glad you came back. Remember the last live we were in? When I shut that live down, I looked at a thing. I was like, 502. The number of viewers of that live, the last time you were in the live, was 502. Are you still here, 502 Outlaw? Dude, that was cool. I was like, whoa. Isn't that cool? You believe in fairies, magic, and stuff? No, 502 Outlaw's always been friendly to me. I'm not going to just say I'm his friend. I'm not going to claim that we're friends. I don't know if he wants to be friends with me, but I've always felt like 502 Outlaw was a friend, a comrade. 502 Outlaw and I are 502 Outlaw and I are together. We're on the same team, Team America. We're on the American team. So which reminds me, you guys can pick either guns and America and Jesus. You can have guns in America, or friends. Okay, see, 502 Outlaw and I are friends. You guys can either have guns in America and Jesus on this side, or Trump and Putin on this side. You guys got to pick. 1 for guns in America and Jesus. 2 for Trump and Putin. You guys got to pick. Guns, America, Jesus. You don't have to take all 3 of those. You can just have guns if you want. You can not give a shit about Jesus or America or anything. But you have to pick either guns, America, Jesus, or 1, 2, or 3 of those, or Trump. 1, see? Oh, wow. Hold on. We got a lot of Americans in chat. Oh, hi, Mouse. Hi, Benzo. Hi, Zero. Hi, E. Christopher. Hello. Thank you for picking 1. You can't pick 1 and 2, dude. Trump is killing gun owners. Okay? It's gun owners versus Trump. You sound like an idiot when you're no both. Democrat and Republican. You know? Both wings of the same bird. You know? Just stop. Stop, dude. We don't have time for that bullshit. There ain't no 1.5. There ain't no 6.7. Do you guys know that if you're the 67th like on a YouTube video, they drop down a little thing that says 6.7? Like YouTube. Can you guys stop yet? I mean, YouTube has stole your thing. YouTube, the platform, the grandparents' platform, the great-grandparents' platform that you're on, does 6.7 when somebody's a 67 like. Come on. You guys can't keep doing it now. Grandpa's doing it, like officially. Grandpa put it in the programming. Okay, Boomer. We're going to have to say, okay, Boomer, every time we see a 6.7 these days. Okay, Boomer. So fucking cold. Okay, Boomer. Oh my gosh. Sorry about all the trolls. If there's a normal person in here, nobody knows what 6.7 means. I think it's like a trans 6.9. It's like 69 if one person is, if you have a trans, I don't know, somebody trans and a dude. A dude and somebody trans is my guess what 6.7 is. I guess it could be a girl and somebody trans. I don't know. Nobody cares. Like, it doesn't matter, dude. Like, YouTube is doing it. So it doesn't matter anymore, right? Like, now that YouTube is trying to steal your thing, like, it doesn't matter anymore, right? Well, you only got cursed because you're a Nazi. Why don't you just stop being a Nazi? And then you won't be cursed anymore. Shit ain't hard. Just stop being a Nazi. All you gotta do is stop being a Nazi. We're discussing Kanye West apologizing for being a Nazi and how Kanye West is smarter than all the Nazis in chat. So all these Nazis in chat are probably white supremacists and think they're smarter than all black people. Dude, brain damaged Kanye West is smarter than you. Brain damaged Kanye West is smarter than you. Think about what that says about you. We don't have, 50 senators we have are stupider than brain damaged Kanye West. At least 50 senators, apparently, that we have are stupider than brain damaged Kanye West. Oh, did you guys not get cursed yet? Yes, let go of your Nazi thinking and Nazi ways. Thank you, 502 Outlaw. That is a very good, pinnable comment. Let go of your Nazi thinking and Nazi ways. Yeah, guess what, Shadowban? Kanye has a song about Nazis, but he also just apologized for being a Nazi. Okay? Now, maybe he's going to bipolar back to being a Nazi tomorrow because people weren't nice enough to him when he apologized. What the fuck ever, dude. Whiny little bitch. Just like you. But Kanye West is smart enough to stop being a Nazi today. He saw the crowds. Kanye West has seen the crowds. Kanye West knows there ain't no getting away from this bullshit. So as much as I hate you, motherfucker, Shadowban, you're a Nazi Klan piece of shit. But every now and then you've tried to like act nice to me or something, because I guess you know it's coming around and it's time to stop being a Nazi piece of shit. Dude, as much as I fucking hate you for being a Nazi piece of shit, I still want to help you stop being a Nazi piece of shit. Like we might actually end up being friends after this. If you could stop being a goddamn Nazi Trumper piece of shit. We're not friends right now, though. You're my enemy. Our Jesus, hold on, let me prove it. Our Jesus, the real Jesus, replaces Trumpism and patriarchy and Christianity and war. Your Jesus, your Antichrist Jesus, bitch. What church do you go to? Hey, bitch. What church do you go to? Hey, you worthless Nazi bitch. Hey, worthless Nazi bitch. Worthless Nazi bitch. What church do you go to, worthless Nazi bitch? You think you're dyed in the blood? You think some blood's gonna protect you? What church are you in, you worthless Nazi bitch? If you put, dude, I don't gotta be careful about Catholics. We replace the Catholic Church. Judas replaces the Catholic Church. Go ask your priest about the Church of Judas. The priests know. The Catholic Church knows. Ask the church about the Church of Judas, dude. It's coming. We're replacing your churches. Oh, I can tell you're Southern Baptist. You're a Klansman. We knew you were Southern Baptist. You're a Klansman. Okay, let me get, are you black, dude? That would be disgusting if you're black. Let me get 502 Outlaws comments. Let me read all 502 Outlaws comments before we shut down the live. Because you guys are boring me. 502, you're cool. Kanye didn't learn quick enough. I thought you said Kanye learned quick. Hey, brother, twice in one day. Yeah, I'll probably be live again, dude. Today's the day. 126.26. We're overthrowing Trump today. Like, let's be part of it. Tell them. Like, we can get 3 or 4 senators to overthrow Trump in the middle of the night tonight. Like, we can get this shit done. Okay, maybe not tonight. Well, somebody could do it tonight, probably. Anyway, we can get this shit done. Nazis in the chat. Hey, man, yes, Trump Hooteneers. Yeah, these Trump Hooteneers. Get them. I always get them. You know me. Hey, of course, I'll be very cool, friend. I think you said that we're friends, which I appreciate. I like to consider you a friend, but I don't want to, like, elevate myself to a friend status with somebody if we're really just acquaintances. So thanks, friend. It's not so bad after all tonight. Silly. You mean the weather or the Nazis in the chat? let go of your Nazi thinking and Nazi's ways. Kanye learned quick. He didn't learn that quick. He's been a Nazi for years. So I guess he learned quick compared to some of these other ones. Kanye West looked outside and saw these crowds. And he said, oh shit. And oh shit is right. Michael Cohen saw him and said, I better scurry up Trump's butthole. I better get up Trump's butthole because Michael Cohen knows how much he's in the Epstein files and he knows people are going to get him. Just listen and become maybe a better person. No audio, no audio. Wonder what happened to the audio for a while. That's weird. Weird. I wonder how long the audio was out. No sound. Weird. The audio just cut out. How weird. I should read people's comments more often. Everybody was telling me no sound. Now you can hear me? Weird. Still no audio. Well, perfect excuse to shut it down. You don't care what Kanye thinks. You just want him to bend the knee. I'll shut it down. Good time to shut it down. Oh, maybe I had my finger over the mic. That was stupid. Well, thanks for letting me know. Shadow Band, like seriously, dude, you can come around. You can stop being, like, if I've been overly harsh with you and it's hard for you to turn on Trump and I'm not making it easier, well, I'll make it easier. Like, Jesus welcomes you back. Okay? The real Jesus welcomes you back. This isn't the real Jesus in this candle. I'm just, showing you a picture for emphasis. The real Jesus welcomes you back from Trumpism. Okay? Antichrist Trump. Dude, nobody's taking away the curse. You take away the curse by turning on Trump. The curse only applies to Trumpers. The curse only applies to Trump Hooteneers. If you're a Trump Hooteneer, the curse applies to you. If you're not a Trump Hooteneer, why would I curse you? I have no ill feelings towards people who aren't trying to destroy our country and support a terrorist network. Happy Merchant. Happy Merchant. What does Happy Merchant mean? What does even Happy Merchant mean? It went from 50 to 12 views after that Judas crap. Yeah, and also I told everybody I'm shutting it down. Like, you can all leave. No one ever misses Nazis. Okay? Do you understand? No one ever misses Nazi MAGAs being gone. It gives me a better chance to read other people's comments. Or, yeah, I said it ages ago. I said I was shutting down ages ago. That got rid of some of them. Getting rid of Nazis one way or another is always preferable. Less Nazis is always preferable. Okay, Disconnected Roamer said 70 million people voted for this. I don't know if you're bragging, if you think that's true. I'm not going to assume you mean, it sounds like you're a Nazi. Oh well. I really only want the Nazi culling. I really only want to read comments by not Nazis. So, if you're not a Nazi, leave an emoji so I'll know to read your comments. Otherwise, I will probably shut it down pretty soon. 9 left. Make it count. Dude, you don't count. That's the whole point. I could have 500 people in here. If only one person is human, not a Nazi, that's the only person I'm talking to. That's why you might have noticed 502 Outlaws about the only person I'm talking to in this live. This live's had hundreds or 1,000 something people come through. Nobody's worth a shit. If they're worth a shit, okay, somebody left an emoji. That's the same person. 502 Outlaws worth something. Let me make sure I didn't miss any of his comments. No, we read them all. The Nazi culling. Anyway. Bye, Mouse. Have a great day. Does your house have land? What does that mean? Does your house have land? Like a indoor garden? When you go to jail, I'd sure enjoy living there. If maybe they put me in a women's prison, maybe. But really, I don't think so. I know more. I'm from Canada, and I know more about your political system. You do, you fucking retard. I know more about your political system. You fucking the R word that we don't say in America, that I've said more times accidentally reading people's comments in lives in a Russian accent without stopping myself from saying that word. I've said it more times now than I ever said back in the 80s, back when Americans used to say that word. Does your cart have a clutch? Sorry. This guy's announcing himself as a rapist. His name is Raptor2607. Your house was promised to my white brethren over 3,000 years ago. If you hadn't said white, that'd be kind of funny. Does your house have 10 walls? Yes. Why do all you trans hate Trump? Everybody hates Trump. Trans people, when you think about trans people and how trans people are in the category of people and how all people hate Trump, that's why trans people hate Trump, is because all people hate Trump. Let's try to think of a group of people that don't hate Trump. See? All people hate Trump. All people hate Trump. See how that works? All people hate Trump. Thanks for being here, Outlaw. Sorry about the stupid Nazis. I know you're used to it. You've seen them before. Aren't they pathetic, though? Isn't it obnoxious how they think anybody would ever want to hear what they have to say? At least we got rid of most of them. You are a rapist. What do you want in women's prison? What a weirdo. I'm not gay, dude. You guys all want to go to prison because you're gay and you have heard stories about what happens in prison. Why don't you just join the Navy? Still a couple. Who's still a couple? Why do people ask if I shampoo my eyebrows? Is that some type of code for something? You're a bit gay, to be honest. I mean, your fantasies are yours. I guess thanks for the flattering come on, but I mean, no, I'm not interested in you anyway. If I was the least bit gay, I wouldn't be gay when you were around. Join the submarine corps. Is that what it is? Is that where people really get gay? I just thought it was the Navy and really the military in general. Anyway, sorry it got mega boring in here. But thanks for being here, Outlaw. Automatic citizenship for everyone ICE contacts. Also, we'll be replacing their churches. And really, the main message that needs to get out right now is the military just needs to side with the American people. Like, military, if you get deployed, just join the people against the stupid ICE traitors. That's it. Like, that's it. Thanks for coming to the live. I'm only kind of like winding down now because you're the only person to talk to. Not that that's not good enough. I enjoy talking to you. It's just well, thanks. Yeah, it's always great talking to you. You did hear about when there was 502 people in here, huh? After our last live, I shut it down. I was like, whoa, 502. Where have I seen that number before? So, what does happy merchant mean? Okay, I'm sorry, but you Trump Boutonnieres actually said something that intrigued me. Why do you keep saying happy merchant? I'm trying to make them interesting. I'm trying to be interested in them just because they said happy merchant and I don't know what it means. So I'm like, what does happy merchant mean? You know? Oh yeah, I'm supporting the Second Amendment this week. You're right. This is the week to support the Second Amendment. After this week, fuck it. But yeah, this week we're supporting the Second Amendment like a motherfucker because the NRA just turned against Trump. It's fucking awesome. You don't support the Second Amendment anymore. You're too Trump. You're too far gone. Since you don't support the Second Amendment anymore because you're too far gone down Trump lane, then all these other people get to have your all these other people get to have your guns, right? Isn't that how that works? When you go that far down Trump lane? Your country has borders. I'm sorry. 502 Outlaw says, defend your rights. Yeah, I mean, I'm defending my right to free speech by free speeching. I'm here free speeching. But more than that, it's magic. It's calling on Jesus. Goddess bless you, Mary bless you, Mary bless you, Mary bless you, Jesus bless you, Judas bless you, I bless you, and bless yourself. I'm in Colorado. There's the roof of my house. Yeah, I don't know that heaven has gates. Yep, putting in the work. Yeah, I think it's just the ideas, getting ideas out there. Really, still the best idea I have is automatic citizenship for everyone ICE contacts. We hardly got any snow, really. All the snow was during the Broncos game. Ellie, are you a bot? ELEY, are you a bot? Yeah, painted the paintings. Oh. Just let everybody in the military know to side with the people. Don't side with ICE. Close in real life. What was that a translation of? Nah, I'm real. I got this weird translation thing that. Yep, a bot. I mean, bots aren't very interesting. They might get more interesting. You guys should check out TikTok of Oz. Check out the hashtag TikTok of Oz. Nope. Yeah, borders are for punks. That's too nice of a word. Borders are for losers. Borders are for incels. Nobody cares about borders. That's so stupid. Borders are for stupid people. Anyway, these Trump Putiners are boring. I think I'm too bored by the Trump Putiners. Like, they make me want to go to sleep. That's okay. It was a pretty good live. It'll get better next time. I do think we end Trumpism. I do think it's a good sign that Kanye's apologizing and trying not to be a Nazi anymore. I do think we should reward that. We should reward betraying Nazism. If somebody betrays Nazism, we should be nice to them. I'll make a video about it, I guess. Anyway, thank y'all for talking with me. No reward. What was no reward? No reward for the bot? Okay. I don't know if I'm actually going or not. What's your problem, though? So fucking cold. Why did you leave like 50 comments even though no one was reading them? You can't do shit. That's why you cry online. Let normal people enjoy their lives. We love Trump. Dude, y'all are gonna be so fucking disappointed soon. Yeah, Jesus is a commie, you idiot. Commies are the opposite of fascists, okay? Jesus is a commie. Just like Trump's a fascist, Jesus is the Antichrist. I mean, sorry, Trump is Antichrist. Jesus is the opposite of Trump. Yeah, I misspoke. I'm tired. Jesus is a communist. Trump is a fascist. Trump is Antichrist. Jesus is Jesus, Christ, opposite of Trump. Communism and fascism are opposite. Jesus and Trump are opposite. If you don't even know what opposites are, I'll try to catch you on the next one. I gotta get some sleep, I think. At least take a nap. Trump is a fascist. We all hate him. Well, you're not smart enough to understand it. It's still true. Yeah. You the gayest. You the gayest. You the gayest. You the gayest. Gayest. You the gayest. Gayest. You the gayest. Sorry, somebody left a comment, you the gayest. For some reason I thought that would go along with it. You the gayest. You the gayest. You the gayest. Hello, Echo. Nice to see you again. I was probably going to shut down the live in a minute or two because I'm sleepy and it's already gone pretty long. So, but I might go live later on tonight. Just shutting down Trumpism. I feel like 1/26/26 will be a good day to go down historically as the end of Trumpism. So I wanted to do my part. You can comment on my content, and I'll talk to you later when you finish commenting on my content. So, Sar, we need to Kaldruki Algo. That's interesting. That's why the West is always on top, but at least Kanye West betrayed Trump. I'm going to give him credit for that. But I'm going to shut down the live, and he shouldn't be blaming bipolar disorder for his Nazism, but I'm going to give him credit for betraying Trump, and we're going to end Trumpism, so let's do it. Let's stop Trumpism for good and forever. And see you guys next time. That's why the West is always on top. Well, apparently Kanye West is smarter than you guys. Kanye West at least knows to betray Trump, and you guys are still stuck on Trump, so that's pretty pathetic. Anyway, see you later on. If you're American, thanks. Thanks for helping stop Trump, and see you next time.